And ticks are becoming more active, especially in the North Carolina mountains. It's bringing a spike in Lyme disease. Channel 9's climate reporter Michelle Alfini learned the state's growth could be behind the growth of these bloodsuckers.
In the woods off Boone's Greenway Trail.
Okay, here we go.
App State biology professor Steve Seagle is hunting for a tiny pest.
Oh yeah, larvae. You can see how tiny it is in terms of the being able to see it. Just looks like a speck of dust.
But that tiny tick could one day pack a big punch.
Human cases of Lyme disease over the previous decade had kind of marched down the Blue Ridge from Pennsylvania, Maryland.
All due to the black-legged tick, known by some as the deer tick. It's a relative newcomer to North Carolina, but in recent years, it's already led to a spike in Lyme disease in the northwest corner of the state.
Since then, they've spread further.
Seagull says there are several theories behind the tick's growing territory. He believes land use is a likely factor.
These are species that, when we deforested most of the eastern United States in the 1800s, they basically lost habitat as we've abandoned more agricultural land. Forests have grown back in the eastern United States.
Other research is considering the impact of expanding deer ranges. Seagull says the southward movement of the ticks seems to indicate climate change is not a factor when it comes to territory, but it may mean more ticks out longer.
Consequently, those conditions in the winter that might kill a lot of ticks don't occur. And that's one thing that I hear a lot of here in the Blue Ridge. People get a tick on them or their kid in the winter and they're like, what's going on?
That's why Seagull says anyone exploring our mountains needs to stay alert. Anywhere in the woods or along the forest edge, these tiny parasites could be looking for their next meal.
That's not something a lot of people are used to thinking about.
In Boone, Michelle Alfini, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
If you spend a lot of time in the forests or outside, maybe hiking, experts suggest you wear long pants with the legs tucked into your socks so they can't get to you. Put on tick repellent. Of course, do a tick check, look for those ticks, and shower as soon as you get home. A tick usually has to be attached 36 hours before it transmits Lyme disease.